Okay, people, I'm going to talk about a subject. It's important to me, and I think it's important in life, especially with the whole COVID thing, and a lot of people suffering from mental illness and anxieties and stresses, and having a lot of stress piled on their shoulders for whatever reason. And it's quite a common thing, and obviously it's obvious for the eyes to see. And it's like existing in a dark place. If you are struggling and you're in a dark place, it's not a good place to be. But if you can just bear with yourself, struggle good, get through things, persevere through the hard times and stresses, even if more of it comes your way, just believe that you can actually get out of the situation. Just persevere and struggle good for your situation and your thinking and where you want to be, because you can get to a good place. And I left school with nothing but pain, sorrow, and addiction. No GCSEs whatsoever. I had to go back to college and get all my qualifications and get it right from where I could do and what be. But the advantages of having that experience is now I know how I work and how I can get through hard times, through stresses, and take myself from dark places and come back again to where I need to be, to a form of happiness, self actualization, and good thinking. And I think it's a mindset that you develop if you find your way from the dark places, that you know how you think and how you work, and you go through processes and how you come through the other end and condition yourself to the changes of the world, to the changes of your life situation, your work and place and do. And the good thing about it is that if you can take this from a bad place and keep everything around you law abiding, genuine, respectful, where deserved and be, you realise that you only need your thinking and people that give you purposeful energy, people that take you to the good stuff. And you realise that you don't need to be in every Tom, Dick, and Harry to be accepted for who you are, because you should only be accepted for how you think you are. The only person that should be looking for acceptance is you, of yourself, and how you think and go about the process of living life. Because if you get this right, that right, and you do good and keep it law abiding, everything else can be happy, flourish, and grow. And you realise you just don't need everyone and anyone. You don't need to be latching onto conversations to feel good with energy. You just need to know that if you sit down with your mind, figure out how you think work by topping up your knowledge base with common ground things, so you've got things in common with people that you have to work with and move with and help through the day. If you're building up your character by putting yourself in stressful situations to condition yourself to the vulnerabilities that are within, so it no longer becomes a vulnerability. uh, read books on psychology, philosophy, and life is a philosophy. I think you're always discovering a better way of living, for yourself. If you're living a purposeful life, you find a better way of living, because you're always finding purposeful, happy, energetic things. So you can build up your confidence, positivity, and that affects everything else around you. And you should be the conductor of your life. I think that if you want to get out of a dark place and come from a bad place to a good place, you have to do a lot of soul searching, character building, work on your thinking. You need to program your thinking, get the knowledge on board to help yourself with the self awareness, and you need to keep it genuine. And you've got to build resilience through going through the pain barriers of life and building that threshold that makes you think, well, I've got through that, I can get through this, I can get through that, and that would be interesting. And I know it would be hard, but it'd still be interesting and it'd be a nice challenge. And a growth mindset will always outdo anything with a fixed mindset. I don't think having a fixed mindset is going to help in a dark place. I think you should have a growth mindset where you're finding things to learn from, things to do, and things to challenge yourself with. Be respectful, you know. Respect people within your community. Respect people that are good to you. Respect people that are different, and they may be in a dark place, but respect the fact that they have their struggles, you have their struggles, and sometimes it's just that look in the eye saying, "Yeah, I got it. I think you get it too." And it's not having any shame, or learning to not have any shame. And sometimes in life you have to work on things differently. You have to put things aside and come back to them, and then that's when you find out who's really on your side and how people help you. Um, and like I said, I left school with nothing but pain, sorrow, and addiction. No GCSEs whatsoever. But a growth mindset will always find you the things you need to create a purposeful, happy life. And have gratitude. Be nice. Be respectful. And respect all things in life. Whether it's from a professional psychology scientist point of view, respect that. If it's from a spiritual point of view, respect that. If it's from a philosophy of yours or someone that you respect, then respect that. If it comes from a dark place and it's a good idea, then respect that. Don't just take people for granted. Talk, listen, do right by people, even if sometimes you feel like you're David and the Goliath. Everything's against you. All these goblins and all these big beasts and creatures want to just kick you down and give you a hard time, because sometimes it feels like that. But when you progress a little bit more, and over the weeks and months, and the more accountable you are for your day, for your hour, for doing right, for solving the problems that the people need you to solve in your work and life and family and people that matter, then David is always going to conquer everything. David and Goliath, remember that. Use that as motivation. I don't usually pull out these spiritual journey stuff all the time, but it really is. Sometimes it's like David and Goliath. Just go with it and work at it. Challenge people, challenge yourself, and figure out who's on your side. Because when you work on yourself and you come from a dark place and you figure out how you work and be and how you trust people in the process, you'll find good people, purposeful people that have helped you, and you better show them respect where you can. And you better figure out them fake people, and you better figure out the game of life for your situation and the people you care about. And it starts with a happy home. It starts with you and your thinking and your attitude to learning and working on the challenges in your day-to-day struggles and eliminating all the vulnerabilities. And it's proven in the things that you leave around you and the things you change by changing your thinking and changing your worldview and the things around you. Do good, do right, and always believe you can, have gratitude, and look after your situation. Be happy every time. Good night.